The reason I decided to give audio-visual feedback was to ensure that the students understood where they were losing or gaining marks and how we were marking their work. They really liked it. They really liked it. They didn't realise that it was different because it was their first assignment, but they liked that it gave them a good guidance on how to use the learning outcomes, the grading criteria, what we're looking for. And they said they felt they understood what they needed to do for future questions a lot clearer. They felt a lot clearer about things than they had prior to getting the feedback before. And obviously they've had work marked before at different areas. One of the problems with written feedback is students don't hear the tone in your voice, and they sometimes misunderstand what you're writing. Whereas when you're actually giving audio feedback, they can hear you considering what they've wrote or maybe rereading what they've wrote because it's not made sense. And you can actually say that to them. I'm going to reread that because I'm not quite sure what you're saying. So they can see that their sentence construction is perhaps poor or they haven't actually said what they're trying to say. So they can see the problems we encounter when we're marking, and thus they can see why they haven't evidenced their knowledge or whatever it is we're looking for in that particular assignment. I wouldn't say there are any disadvantages to this at all. I think it's a lot of benefits. There's the time limit, but that in itself is quite a positive thing because it makes you just get on and do it. Some colleagues have re-recorded audio feedback because they didn't feel it was effective, but I found if you talk through the actual assignment step by step, the students get it as it actually happens, and they really appreciate that because they can hear you when you're pleased with something or when you're confused about what they're trying to say, and I think they benefit from that as well as the actual feedback. This was good, that was whatever. It's the tone, and they know you've read their work. That was one of the students' comments. You really actually read it then? Yeah, we do. One of the things I'd asked them to do before going to look at their audio feedback was get a copy of the actual question in front of them and the learning outcomes and the undergraduate marking criteria. And if anything, I would reinforce that and make sure they've got it with them so they can benefit by comparing, because it's something I do refer to as a marking. If you remember, the question was asking you to do X, Y, and Z. However, you can see I'm on the bottom of the first page and you haven't actually started to address the question yet. And it's quite helpful if they've got that with them. So that's the only thing I would reaffirm with them, because some of them didn't listen to their audio feedback with that at the side of them. Just do it and don't re-record. Give it to them as it is. And the students really like that.